Oh, there you are. Well, I hope you're having a nice day. I'm just sort of chilling out. I thought we'd sort of chill out together as we do sometimes. I took this out for a little go earlier on in the week, and it was bloody brilliant. Still got some of the grass in it. I've got to get rid of that. I'll have to go and get the old air out. I'm taking that air filter off, but it ran great. Everything seemed to be perfectly fine with it. I didn't take the shell with me. I'm going to put that back on, give it a clean up. Look at them tyres, man. Such brilliant tyres. I love them. They're actually really nice buggies, these HPI trophy buggies. I like the truggy as well. Some of you may remember, I think it must have been 2016 or 15. Might have even been 17. Somewhere around that sort of time, I bought a brand spanking new trophy truggy, and that was excellent. I actually met up with a couple of subscribers back then, and we went down the park, and it ran really well. I felt really bad though, because I sold him. I think it was a Hebeo. No, it wasn't. What was it? It was a Hong Nor something or another, which I sold him, and he couldn't get on with it. Like, I could get it started and run it fine, but every time he got hold of it, it'd cut out and he'd get frustrated, he'd get really annoyed. I felt really bad. But my trophy truggy was perfect, and I really like it, but I couldn't justify having that much money invested in a Nitro car, so I sold it. But I do regret it, because those truggies, very stable. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's it. They're stable, the engines are good. Nice truggies. Another truggy that I like is the Hebeo Hyper ST. I had one. If you remember, I had one. It had an orange shell, and it had, what did it have in it? It had a red engine, but I can't remember what it was. That was a great buggy. Again, I had to sell it, because that was one I bought to sell. So I got it going. But very stable buggies, very capable. They just stay planted to the ground. It doesn't matter what you do. You could turn sharp as you want. They're planted, man. Great buggies. And, oh, truggies. And these buggies are pretty much the same. I was blasting this round the field, and it didn't even bat an eyelid. Cracking thing. Anyway, that's that. Gonna have to give that a bit of a clean at some point, and then we can move on with life. I don't really know what I'm going to do about the transmitter for it, mind you. Currently got a green cleaning cloth thing. That's actually all the way from France, so I've got a French cleaning cloth taped to the bottom of it to hold the batteries in. Can't really keep it like that because I want my cloth. I want to use my cloth, so hopefully I might be able to get the right bottom for it, and at least we'll have complete radio gear. But cracking buggy. Let me know in the comments, have you got one of these HPI trophy buggies? Have you got one now? Have you had one? If you're thinking of getting one, go for it. Cracking. If you've got one, what do you think about it? I like the design of the wheels as well. Those rims, very nice design. Very good. HPI, I mean, this particular one is from 2011. HPI then, they were still making quality cars. I think nowadays they've kind of, everything's just gone modern. And listen, I don't think things are as good as what they used to be. This been, I think 2010 is the cut-off from when things started to go a bit downhill with everything. Nitro cars particularly, but everything in life, but we won't talk about that. But I think 2010 was the mark from things being bloody great, companies, you know, manufacturers of Nitro cars thinking outside the box, coming up with new things. 2010 came, and then they started to go, and the effort started to go down. That's the way I feel about it. This being a 2011 one, still good. That's when they were making good things. I'd like to see some buggies like this coming out from HPI now. I really would. Let me know in the comments if you feel the same. Anyway, this box turned up and I haven't got a clue what's in it. This was from a subscriber who I sold something to. Well, actually, we've done a straight swap. With some Nitro cars. And they just randomly said, I've sent you a box with some stuff. I said, alright, and then this box has turned up. So I actually haven't got a clue what's in it. So let's open it up and see what's inside it, shall we? I think we should. And then I can see what else is going on today. I don't know. I mean, every day is just different. Just wing every day. If you've got a plan, I don't know, man. I don't believe really in planning. I think just wake up in the morning, see where the day takes you. Got to think probably 5 years ahead for certain things, but just for general life, wake up, see what happens. And that box happened. So let's open it. Sometimes I'm never sure whether the people who send me these things want me to actually open them on camera. But I like to, because it's a little bit of a record for me to go back on then. Plus it's entertainment for you lot maybe, but you know, it's a little bit of a record for me to sort of go back on and think, oh, do you remember that? Do you remember this? Plus, it's all part of the experience of this. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a note in here. Turn it around that way. Bit of a note in here. Let's see what we've got. What is it? Bloody food or something? It's got some sort of heat shield in there. Right. Hey, bud. Sorry, no gold wheels. We have no wheels. Hopefully you can make use of this. I do believe it's a Savage X. Apart from the frame, rails and engine. We thought your son might want his house he was building back. See, bum. Oh, I see. My, this box is the box that I sent an RC car to this person in. And in a previous video, my son was in the background making this box into a house. And I think he must have written all over it. Yeah, that's funny. Nice to see Johnny Boy back. We are... Oh, here are your diffs we spoke about. Have a good day from your Instagram subscriber. 4-wheel nuts, pin C inside radio receiver box. PTO. Do what you want with this. We don't want anything in return. Hopefully this will get you closer to your dream of a RC track. Maybe it will. We never know, do we? We just never know. Right, what we got? What's going on here? What's going on here then, Johnny boy? Oh, it's like a bag. Oh, bloody blimey. Right, let's get that. Put that down there a minute. Oh, what's this? What's this in here? Is it just a bit of... What's this then? I saw that. Right. Oh dear, he's written all over the bottom of the box. My little minion, Bob. Right, we've got a load of bubble wrap. Let's unwrap the bubble wrap. We love a bit of bubble wrap, don't we? We love a bit of bubble wrap. God, I tell you what, all this bubble wrap does come in handy, because I reuse it when I post other things off, and it's great, man. Right. Oh look. Okay. 6.7 million diffs. Alright. What we've got in here? 48,000 diffs. Okay, not so many in this one. Great! Let's put them over there. And put this bubble wrap over there. Blimey. I think they thought that this was going to go through the blooming ozone layer or something. Try and protect it from melting. Alright. Bloody... Right. What have we got going on? What have we got going on? Manuel? Where's Manuel? I haven't seen Manuel for blooming decades. Absolute decades. Last time I saw Manuel must have been a good 600 years ago. Right, what on earth have we got going on? Right. What have we got going on here? This is seems to be quite a good example. HPI Racing. This is a Hobby Products International Savage. We knew that anyway. Can't see a lot wrong with it, to be honest. It's got all the correct screws apart from one missing over there. Got nice brake discs. Interesting servo horn. Interesting exhaust. Yeah, the engine, don't know. STS. It's an interesting engine. I'll have to fire that up. Won't be now. I haven't got time to be messing around with this now, I don't think. Maybe later on we'll have a look at it. Now this is what I like about when they, you know, when I say that a lot of things have gone bad in the way that things are designed. Well, the old Savages, they had a reasonably good designed radio box, but I will commend HPI with this new box, what they've done for these newer Savages, because as we can see there, that is a lot better. They have redesigned it and it is better, because you literally just turn that and you just pull that up like that, and then you've got the lid off. That, oh, excuse me, oh, a bit windy today. That is definitely something what they've done better. Here's all the hexes, the wheel nuts and the pins, because if you post these, you take the wheels off and you just put the wheel nuts back on. Sometimes the hex things can move up enough and the pins fall out, and if you're in a cardboard box, they can fall out the holes in the cardboard box or whatever, and then you've lost the pins. And if the person that you're posting it to, or if you're the person that has received it and you haven't got any more pins, you're in somewhat of a bother. So we've got no radio gear in here. I may be able to sort that out. I've also got no wheels, so I might be able to sort a set of wheels out. Other than that, this looks to be fairly complete. We've got throttles, we've got 2 servos. We're missing the exhaust bracket, but I suppose I can sort. I might have an exhaust bracket in my parts box. Interesting pipe colour, I like that. Very nice, very, very nice indeed. We've got everything else. We've got suspension, we've got brake discs. We've just looked at that. We seem to have all the drive shafts. Great, yeah, we've got all the drive shafts. Gearbox, spur gear, clutch. The only thing we haven't got is an air filter. I'm sure we can sort an air filter out, that's no problem. I might just stuff that Habeo one on it for testing purposes later on in the year. Bloody hell. I do wonder why we've got... how can I miss something? We haven't got the blooming handle, but we've got the screws to put the handle on. So I don't need the little handle thing in order to test drive it. Excuse me. But it would be nice to have one on here, because it just fits on. They're much better. I prefer it with them. A lot of people take them off, you know, but I prefer having one on, and I know that they do go on here perfectly fine. Anyone that says, oh, it's not going to be on there, that's an aftermarket bloody thing, it bloody well ain't. I'll tell you that now. So there we go. This is going to be an interesting one. Not going to be playing around with it today. I'll be playing around with this another day. Hold on a minute. What have we got for the way of starting? Oh, it's a roto start. We've got a roto start on it. I was just looking at a pull start. So we've got a roto start. I don't know what engine this is, to be fair. It probably used to say there, but it's now rubbed off. So that's... it is what it is there, old Johnny boy. So, yeah. Happy days. So I've got 64,000 diffs and 96 million diffs in that bag, and now we've got what appears to be some kind of Savage X. I mean, I'm not really that clued up on Savages myself. I don't really know what they are. I mean, what is a Savage? What even is this? Is this what they call a Nitro car? I've seen them about somewhere. I've seen some people with these things. I think these are pretty cool. I do believe that's an actual real engine, but I'm not really sure. It could just be a block of cheese for all I know. That being said, I'll try and, well, I will sort out 4 wheels. Put the hexes. I'll sort out 4 wheels. I'll stick an air filter on it. I'm sure I've got an exhaust bracket somewhere in the parts box. This will be a whole video in itself, getting this up and running. So if you want to see this up and running, feel free to stick around. There is a button for that. If you press this button, it's a funny button. It says on it I can't say it, but it says something on it beginning with S. If you press that, you'll see every video that I make. And this video will be coming up fairly soon, where you can see me getting this up and running. Very nice. Thank you very much, that person. Very nice indeed. Now let's see what else I can get up to today. I've been running shoot nitro fuel now for, I don't know, on and off for probably 6-7 years. I don't really know, to be honest, but I've been running this Shoot stuff for quite some time. This is a relatively new bottle of it. I kind of go on and off different types of fuel, but I often get people tell me, and I recently had this, a couple more people tell me that you have to add oil to this stuff. Now you not know me by now. I'm not the sort of person really to buy something that I'm gonna have to then finish making. It's different for kits of cars and stuff, but if I'm gonna buy a nitro fuel, I'm just gonna put it in and run it. I'm fully aware that some racers who use this nitro fuel do top it up with a bit of extra oil for more lubrication, because you might not have enough in it. But listen, I ain't a racer. I ain't racing nothing. My engines aren't flat out for, how long's a race? 40 minutes? I don't know how long a bloody race is. Anyway, my engines aren't flat out going around a racetrack for that amount of time. They don't thrash them to hell. The most thrashing they ever probably get is probably about 2 or 3 seconds and a little bit of a straight on a field or whatever, and then that's it. Back again and around in a circle and over a little jump, etc. So I've never ever put any oil in this. I mean, there's a fair amount of oil already in it. I mean, it's 25% nitromethane. There's probably ingredients, as it probably tells you how much oil is in here, blah blah blah. I don't know, I don't think it's there, but toxic irritation, skin contact if swallowed. Blimey. Anyway, I've never added any oil into this, and I've never had any trouble. But again, it goes back to what I was saying. I was saying it, I don't know when I was saying it, a day or so ago, or a couple of days ago, when I was talking about you set things up for how you're going to use them. So if you're going to be racing, and you're using a fuel which you know hasn't really got enough oil in it, yeah, you're going to want to put more oil in it because you want to look after your engine, and it's going to be flat out for the duration of that race. It's going to get really hot, and it needs to be adequately lubed while having the maximum performance. So you can't really run it a bit rich because it needs to be on the peak of performance. So yeah, but for general use, I mean, this feels perfectly fine for general use. I've never had any issues. I run it in the B5R, in the B3, and I also run it in the Savages. Where else have I run it? I've run it in the blooming MP9, the KE21 engine. Not had any problems. And I don't put any oil in it. I literally take it out the bottle, stick it in the car, have a great time. But that's because I'm not racing, so I'm not bothered about that. The engines are spending most of their time on low to mid-range RPM. Not much on the high. Just little blips on the high. That's about it. So, nah, I ain't bothered. Put in the comments, do you Shoot? What do you think about it? Can you get it in the country where you are? I like it. I go all different brands, all different types of nitro. I don't stick to one brand. When you start off in nitro, when I started off, and when a lot of people start off, they go to a shop and the shop will tell them to stick to one brand and one percentage of nitro. But that's just because they don't know how to adjust the engine. You may need to readjust your carburetor when you change percentage or brand. But to be honest, you won't really notice it. I mean, I go from Shoot to Model Technics to OptiFuel. Don't really have to do a lot. If you change percentage, you'll have to do a little bit of tuning. But if you just change brand, you don't really notice it. You would do if you was racing. The performance would be different, but for just, that's roughly the same. This is in my experience anyway. I mean, everybody's going to have different experiences. Of course they are. That's life. Still need to allocate some time really to paint this shell. Mr. Keith, the very valued channel member and subscriber, sent me this shell because I've got a Kyosho Pure 10 Alpha, which I had from a kid, built from the magazines, which I do still need to make a video of all the magazines, but it's finding the time to go and get all the magazines from wherever they are. Anyway, he sent me this shell which is pre-cut out for a Pure 10, because he's got one as well, and I believe this was cut out to go on his one. So all the body post holes are in the right place, the arches are the right shape. It literally just needs to be painted. But listen, I don't like, if I can help it, I don't like to buy from the internet. By that I mean, if I can physically go into the shop, any shop, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be RC, it could be any shop. If I can physically go there, I will. And there is a model shop within an hour of where I live. There's only one that I know of, and it's about an hour away. And if I need anything, which I know they sell, or if I need anything, I always phone them up first. If they've got it, I'll go there. But it's just finding the time to go there. They sell paint. They specialise, in fact. They don't really do a lot of Nitro stuff, but they specialise in paint. They sell wood, you know, like for people that make the wooden models. They do a lot of electric cars, but they specialise in paint and all the stuff for painting. So they've got loads and loads of paint. So I know they've got paint, obviously, and primer and everything I need to do a body shell. I will go there, and I'm not going to do this shell until I get to go to that shop and buy what I need to buy from there. Because I could just go on the internet and order it and have it delivered. In fact, they do deliver. That's the weird thing. They do deliver, and I could just order it from their website and have it delivered. But I think to myself, if I can just drive there, say hello to the people, the bloke who owns it, it's a proper nice bloke. Say hello to them, go in the shop, show physical custom, so they know that I'm physically going into their shop and buy something. Making the effort to go there, that's worth 1 million sales. It's not worth 1 million sales, but it's worth 10 sales. Do you know what I mean? That's just the way I feel about it. Anybody can just go on the internet and order something. They've got a blank face, you know. The people who the shop doesn't know who the hell's bought that. They're just like, oh, I've got an order. There's no interaction there, is there? Do you know what I mean? That's why shops are fading out. Like in the town centre and that, particularly where I live, there's 3 town centres with, not near me, but there's 3 that I could go to for various things. And the town centre where I live actually is slowly fading away. The shops are slowly closing because people don't actually go to a physical shop anymore. They still shop with those like company names, but they do it on the internet and have things delivered. There's just no character. So I think it's important that we don't let a physical shop die out. So if I can go to a shop to buy something, I'm doing it. Even if it means going out of my way. Well, it's not going out of my way, is it? Because what did we do before the internet? We went to a shop. People have got very lazy. I don't really like it. And I'll try my best to rebel against laziness if I can. Sometimes you can't. Because what you need or what you want, you just can't buy from a shop. Or the shop that you want to get it from is so far away, it's not even worth going there. It could be 3 hours away. It's not worth it, is it, for something that's probably going to cost, what, £6? You're going to spend more than that in diesel or petrol. So, it ain't worth it. You buy things online, but that's just the way it is. But if you can go to a shop, go to it. Bloody well go to it. Specifically with model stuff, because model shops are important. Because if they all fade out, well, won't have much of a hobby left, will we? It's nice to be able to go to a shop and physically feel the product in your hand that you're going to buy. If you buy it on the internet, you might know what you're going to get, but when it turns up, you might think, oh, that ain't what I was expecting. But if you're in an actual shop, you see and you know what you're handing over your money for. There we go. So that needs to be done, and then once that's done, I'll have a P10 that's complete. Yeah, quite looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll get that done sometime soon, when I can dedicate 2 hours to going to the shop there and back, 1 hour there and back, and actually painting it, because I want it to be actually good. I've painted shells in the past where I've rushed them and I haven't quite masked off the inside of the windows properly, so I've got little oversprays, and I want it to be actually good. So it'll happen. When, I don't know, but it'll happen. Alright, you lot, so we're a few days later now. I'm just doing a few more things to this Savage. I don't know what this is, I think it's a Savage X or something. Doing a few more things to this, and then I'm going to go and give it a test drive hopefully today. I'm just having a look for a little box of screws. The screw that was in this servo horn was too long really, and it wasn't really catching the top of it, so it just wasn't gripping very well. So I'm going to find a smaller screw, excuse me, a shorter screw even. Either that or I might pack it out with a few washers That might be a good decent washer to pack it out with. I'll put that there just in case. Anyway, I'm going to go and do that. So, thanks for watching, you lot. Take care. Have a lovely, fantastic day. And, oh yeah, I'll see you on the test drive. Oh, man. It's just great. It is bloody brilliant. I'll catch you later on. Thanks for watching. Take care.